So you are correct. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, the majority of Americans by this poll want justice. Now, you asked the question. You said, well, why hasn't he been arrested? And I'm going to tell you why. The same reason that he was not prosecuted for a felony assault on a police officer. I think that happened in 2005. The same reason he wasn't prosecuted for domestic violence when he attacked his girlfriend. His father, number one, is white, and that makes a difference because people won't say he's Latino, but he has a white father. Not only does he have a white father, but his white father was a former judge, and if I'm reading correctly, is currently an attorney. So why hasn't he been arrested? Because not only white privilege, but he has a white father who has power, who's part of the system. That's why he's gotten away with it. Does that make any sense?
On one hand, it makes sense, but look what he's created. I mean, this is going all over the world, all of these, rallies and stuff. I still can't believe that they would protect him. I mean, his father, I think he was a retired district judge in Virginia or something. Even with that, I think his mother was a court reporter or stenographer. I don't know what she was, but she worked in the court system too. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it.
Well,
I really am. I don't know what it could be. It has to be, to me, it has to be something more. I don't know what it is, but I like hearing a lot of, thoughts, and I've just stumbled upon your show, really just going through the internet. So I'm like what I'm hearing, but the bottom line is, for me, it still doesn't make any sense.
Well, sometimes you can't make sense of evil. You can't make sense of insanity. They just do what they do. It don't make no sense. You drive yourself crazy trying to make sense of it. But I mean, you're right. It doesn't make any sense. And I'm glad you found us. We have our own social network. It's called blacktalkradionetwork.com. Anybody can join. And we also have other media partners. We're trying to build an independent black media network, and you're welcome to join. And this program airs every Monday through Friday from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And we also stream on our newest media partner, newviberadio.com. So I thank you for calling in. I hope you will connect with us and become a part of our family. And speaking of family, I'm going to bring Brother Sharif back on because he has a legal mind. And Brother Sharif, can you make any sense of it, why he hasn't been arrested?
The basic, I think we had talked about it earlier. Matter of fact, let me just quote something from, I'm not one of their followers, but they're some of my teachers, and that's Minister Farrakhan and Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad told Minister Farrakhan in 1973 to not call white people devils anymore, but he said their mindset is the same. He said your mind can't go deep enough and wrap around how evil and wicked these people are. He said your mind can't go deep and dark enough. So until we come to the realization of what we're dealing with, you can't deal with white supremacy if you can't come to the realization of what you're dealing with. You hear black people all over keep trying to dissect the case, dissect it, because in their sane mind, they're trying to make sense out of insanity, to try to come to some kind of realization of maybe it was some kind of excuse. No, this is what you're dealing with, and it's going to keep coming. That's the best explanation. There's nothing legal about it, right? Because probable cause, it's not a court case. A cop is not the judge, he's not the jury. Probable cause, the definition is you just need enough evidence to make an arrest. Well, we have a gunshot wound either in his chest or in his head, and the boy is in the ground. That's enough probable cause. So even their own law doesn't match up for their ineptitude to arrest him. So you can't make no sense out of it other than to go into their mind to see how deep and just wicked. And it's still going on. All those other cases you cited. You would think that they would calm down because there would be some kind of awareness. But after February 26th, we've had at least 4 to 5 black young boys murdered in the same way for nothing. They're trying to provoke
and the
us
one black woman.
And to see if Willie Lynch is still alive, which it is. And what are we going to do about it? They're trying to provoke us. But until we come to the realization of what we're dealing with, that we are at war, this don't happen to nobody else. You even got some black people on TV saying, well, it's not a race issue, it's a human rights issue. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. We're the only people that this happens to.
Homosexuals ain't being
because
shot
they're dealing
down.
with the same question, and then I'll stop,
Yeah.
that they dealt with at the Civil War. What are we going to do with 22 to 40 million black people that we don't want here?
Yeah.
And these are the children of the slave master, and they have the same mindset. What are we going to do with 40 million black people that we don't want here? And until we come to that realization, we'll be scratching our head and putting our babies in the ground.
Well stated, Brother Sharif. Thank you. Well stated.